Of all of the nonprofits, right? And I've interviewed a ton. Not doesn't represent all. I think there might be 2,800 nonprofits in the greater Huntsville area. You all were voted the nonprofit of the year this year, right?
Yes, we were.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yay.
Yay is right.
And that was back in September?
Yep.
All right, so Dana Gillis is the CEO
I'm the CEO
of Village of Promise.
I've been on board for almost a year and a half now.
Year and a half. And Danielle Hart, you're the director of marketing?
Director of Development and Marketing, and I've been there since March.
Oh, wow, okay. So fairly new for both of you.
Absolutely.
What is it that you like to say to people? We're going to get into a couple other things introductory here, but what's that elevator speech type thing that you give to people when they inquire, hey, what's the Village of Promise, Dana? What's the deal?
I think our elevator pitch is basically we are a family advancement center. And our job or mission, so to speak, is to help move people out of generational poverty. And what's unique about what we do is we are place-based in our methodology. Basically, what we're trying to do is help families move out of generational poverty. And we plant our flag in a community neighborhood. And for our case, it's in the Northwoods community in Huntsville.
Right.
It's part of the Huntsville Housing Authority. And what we try to do is move families out of subsidized living and ultimately get them to the point where they're probably transitioning to apartments, transitioning to single-family residences. But we're focused on the kids, starting with preschool and following them from cradle to career.
So let's talk about the two founders. I think there were two founders of this, right? In the Huntsville area. Can you talk about, either of you, what need, how did they find this need or this passion for this?
So our co-founders, Bobby Bradley and Gloria Betts. And basically what they did is they took the opportunity to look at or try to identify the poorest community, the poorest neighborhood in the city of Huntsville. And in looking at census data from 2010, it identified the Northwoods community, and also there's a single-family housing community called Love Community, or the Love Subdivision, adjacent to it. And what they were focused on is how can we make a difference in that particular community? What was really unique about it, once they identified that community, the aha moment was for Bobby and for Gloria, this is where we grew up.
Right.
So there was also that commitment of not only making a difference for people that just don't have the resources to get ahead in life, but it's, wow, this is where I grew up. So it really means something to try to make that difference in the place that was where I began, where I had my beginnings.
Yeah. Now, were they both already retired, independently wealthy? Like, were they like, hey, I've got time in my life to devote to this? Or were they slugging it out still kind of 9 to 5 and just had this side passion?
I think, I can address it from the standpoint of Bobby Bradley. She was a successful businesswoman in the area and had just gotten to that point of, I've made this financial success in my life.
Yeah.
What can I do with, the earnings that I've got? What can I do to make a difference?
Give back.
Yeah. And she decided to give back, and that was the location she decided to make that difference.
Go ahead.
She is still very heavily involved today.
Really?
This is a passion project for her. This is a part of her heart. This is part of who she is, I would say.
Absolutely.